Hello, everyone. Sorry about the noise in the background. Some renovations happening and pretty last minute. I didn't notice. But welcome to the webinar, everyone. So today, this webinar is going to talk about how to set up AI agents that can talk to customers and take action. So today, here with me is going to be Nathan Young, aka ZY, who's our senior technical product manager, who helped basically architect all things regarding AI agent HTTP requests and trigger workflow. And Wilson Tan will also be joining us to answer any other questions regarding AI agent or Respond.io in general. So let me hand it over to ZY first and to introduce himself.
Hi everyone, I'm ZY. I'm the Senior Technical Product Manager in Respond.io. And just to give some background, I work closely on building AI agents features to help you to automate your conversations and actions for your business needs.
All right, awesome. So here's the agenda for today. So you're gonna test out our AI agent. So you're gonna see how it functions and everything. You can test it out on Telegram. What are the capabilities of our AI agent? So and also how to set up our AI agent. So we'll have a quick demo like how easy it is to create the AI agent, and afterwards a demo how to trigger workflow and HTTP requests via the AI agent as well. And at the end of it, there'll be a Q&A. So if you have any questions, please put into the chat right away, and we'll collect all the questions. At the end of it, we will show your question like this, and we have a discussion. All right. I'll hand over to ZY to start.
All right, thanks, Tyler. So before we jump into the actual workshop, let's make this interactive. You can scan the QR code here or click on the link in the chat to chat with our AI agent. So this way you can experience how it feels like to talk to our AI agents. And to give some background, this AI agent is designed for a beauty clinic business, targeting the Malaysian audience that looking for skincare treatments. And the goal here is to help you to explore the treatment with friendly guidance. I will leave this screen for a while so you can scan and start chatting with the AI agents.
And if you don't want to scan, there's also a button here. You see the blue button called Test AI Agent. You can click on it, and you can test out the AI agent if you have Telegram installed on your desktop as well. Of course, this AI agent doesn't just work for desktop only. It works for different kinds of things, but for this example, we're just using Telegram.
All right, cool. All right, you can start testing it and continue chatting with the AI agent while I continue the workshop. You can also continue even after this section as well. The link will stay available for a while.
Yep, just click on the button there on the screen, Test AI Agent.
So without further ado, let's move forward to the next slide. So what AI agent can do for you? Let's break it down. Imagine you are running a beauty clinic. When the customer message you, not all of them are relevant. For instance, your clinic operates in Malaysia and someone is asking from another country. AI agent can ask for their location and filter them out earlier so your team only focuses on customer that you can actually serve. Now, even with valid customer, there will still be cases where AI agent cannot handle. To give you an idea, if a customer asks something complicated or they want to talk to a human, AI agent can instantly escalate to a team or to the right agents. AI agent can also automatically update the contact field and lifecycle stage. During the conversation, usually contact share their treatment interests or their skin condition. You can save them as a contact field and also update their lifecycle stage to like interest, appointment book automatically. So your team always know their info and where each of the customer is in the journey. And in real conversation, customers don't always just send text. They might send image, they might send document, or even voice message. AI agent can understand and respond accordingly. Now, another common problem for business, which is customers don't always reply. They get busy or they forget. AI agent can also automatically follow up after a period of time. This helps you to recover leads that would otherwise be lost. And beyond just messaging, customer may also call your business. AI agent can also handle voice call, so it is not just limited to chat. Moving on to trigger workflow, AI agent can also trigger workflow inside Respond.io. Triggering workflow is very useful when you already have automation built in Respond.io, or if you require some step-by-step rule-based executions. For example, logging the detail into the Google Sheet. And this is the last action, trigger HTTP request, which is also the most important one. And many of you guys have been asking, can AI agent actually take actions? Yes, it can. With HTTP request, it allows the AI agent to connect to your external tool. And this is also what we will be focusing on in today's workshop. Now that we have seen what the AI agent can do, let's move to how to set this up. So there are a few ways to create an AI agent. You can click on the button on the left, or you can click on the Create AI Agent button or create it from the Assignee drop-down. This will bring you to the AI Agent page. And once you are inside, the next question is, do you want to create from scratch, or you can use a template? If you are new, template helps a lot. We have designed different templates for different specialists, such as receptionist, sales agent, or support agent. So instead of starting from zero, you start with a working structure and customize it based on your needs. Once you have selected your options, you will also need to give your AI agent the knowledge about your business. This is to ensure the AI answer correctly so that it can understand your business and know your business rules. And before going live, testing is very important. This is where you can check the AI agent response, the tone, you can validate the logic, catch mistake, because once it is live, it will start talking to your real customer. So how do we make sure the AI agent will always have the right information? So here is how you can teach AI agent what it needs to know. This is where the knowledge sources comes in. They allow the AI agent to answer based on your business and not just generic informations. Just an example, knowledge source can be in different format. It can be a file, it can be PDF, it can be a website, your help center. So let's start from your product FAQ. If a customer asks, how much is a facial treatment? Is there any package for acne treatment? AI agent can immediately answer based on your pricing and services. And beyond just basic questions, customer may also ask about your policy. Can I get a refund? AI will follow your SOP accordingly. They will check the eligibility. They will gather the details and either process it or escalate it. And if you normally qualify customer based on the budget, based on the region, you can also upload this knowledge source so AI agent can ask the question. So instead of just passively replying to contact, the AI will actively move the conversation forward. And finally, AI need to understand your actual business, like what treatment is suitable for my acne. AI will recommend based on your treatments, your package. Essentially, knowledge source here is to ensure your AI agent speak like your business, not just a generic chatbot. And how do you control the AI agent behavior after you have uploaded on the knowledge source? It highly depends on your prompt. Your prompt affect how the AI agent behave, and here is some tips to make sure your AI agent is more reliable. Use canonical term. You have to use the exact name from your workspace and keep your terms consistent. For example, if your lifecycle stage is appointment book, you must use appointment book exactly. Don't use book or confirm. Otherwise, the AI will have hard time to match it. Also, structure your instruction clearly. Instead of writing long paragraph, use structured instructions to make it easier for AI follow your intent. Also, avoid overly complicated instructions. Keep it clean, usable, and direct. We also want to be clear on what the AI agent should do. For example, when should it escalate and who to escalate? When should it ask questions? This is to prevent the wrong behavior. And finally, organize your prompt by flow and scenario. Design the prompt based on real conversation, not abstract rules. Don't worry, we have a help center designed to guide you on how to write effective AI agent prompt. You can just visit our help center. All right, moving on.
Okay, yeah, ZY, let's go on to the demo. Maybe we can look into examples of the chats that our attendees are having with the AI agent as well. You can show that.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen quickly. So this is the inbox. Oh, I can see a lot of conversation coming in. So this is a very good example of how multilingual AI agent is. They can handle all different conversation, all different languages. Thai, Chinese, Malay, Spanish. I'm not sure if this is Spanish, but yeah.
That looks Portuguese or something.
So let's say this is a very genuine or it behaves like a real conversations. This contact is asking for acne and checking on the price. So the AI agent recommend properly what's the treatments and also keep the conversation going on.
Yep. Bear in mind, this is just a test AI agent, so we didn't provide them every information, like for example, regarding prices and things like that. But you can actually book an appointment right now. Just tell them, I want to book an appointment, and they'll ask you when's your preferred time and everything, and they'll get the information and provide you some examples. Yeah, you can see there.
All right, this is a good example on create an appointment. First, the AI agent asks for the date range and also the time range. So the contact reply with the date range along with PM, afternoon, evening. So AI agent is able to list all the available slot for the contact to create the booking.
Oh yeah, Ziwa, before you go, maybe you can show the tags that are being collected by the AI agent on the contact details as well.
Yeah, sure. So what I have set up here is that AI agent will collect the information, the location. So this contact is from Singapore, along with the email details and the skin type. So apparently the contact doesn't know their skin type, which require more checking in the actual physical meeting. And here you can see the booking time and date. AI agent collected the booking time and date and save it as a contact field. And what you can see here is the tag acne treatment. So acne treatment is because this contact is asking for the treatment that they want, their preferred treatment. So once the AI agent detect correctly, it will add the tag on this contact. So you will be able to do easy filtering, some retargeting campaign, and what's not. Oh, I can see conversation is still going on.
All right, awesome that you guys are testing. I think that Zia, we can go into the demo part already. We can take a bit more time on that as well because I think we moved past the earlier parts pretty fast.
Oh, or maybe we can leave more time for the Q&A then.
Yeah, so we can go through this a bit more detail then on the configuration.
All right. Let me try to explain more in detail. So here you are in the AI agent. And here we are going to set up and configure our AI agents, and which is also the most hands-on part of today's workshop. The first thing that you will have to do is to give the AI agent a name. Next is the instructions. This is where you define the AI agent role, their communication style, the action it should perform. You remember the prompt tips that we highlighted earlier, and if you are not sure how to write a proper prompt, you can use a prompt template as a starting point. We have a few examples here. You can just click on it and customize it or amend it based on your business need. And if you have already wrote something, you can just click on the optimize button. So we will be able to refine your instructions and also improve the clarity. Now that we have done with the name and also the instructions, we can move on to the actions. So the first one is to close conversations. This allows the AI agent to close the conversations based on your instructions. So when to use it? For example, we are still running the beauty clinic. Once the customer got their question answered and they have no more questions, you can close the conversations. or the contact has been unresponsive after follow-up, close the conversations. This helps you to keep your inbox clean. Now, in real scenario, the AI agent won't be able to handle everything. If your customer asks for something complicated or they want to speak to a human, this is where you can use the assign to agent or team. You can define like, if the issue cannot be resolved using the knowledge source, assign to a user. If the contact request for a human, assign to a user. This is to ensure the AI agent doesn't become a bottleneck and customer can always get the right support. And as you start handling more leads, you will want to keep track where they are in your funnel. So here, AI agent can automatically update the lifecycle stage. For example, if the contact confirmed that they want to proceed with booking, update the lifecycle stage to hot lead. You can add your own lead, you can add your own lifecycle stage and customize based on your needs. So this allows your team to have a better visibility of where the customer is in the journey. And on top of that, during the conversation, customers are actually giving you a lot of useful information, like their preferred treatment, like their skin condition, their booking date and time. You can store all of the information as a contact field. So later on, your team doesn't need to ask again, and you can use this data for future automations or segmentations. And sometimes you want to categorize your contact, maybe based on their preferred treatment, based on their interest. So here is how you can define it. If the contact is interested in acne treatment, add the tag. So this tag, you have to predefine it in the tag setting. You can just create them in advance and use it here. And how to reference a tag? You can click on this button and select the tag. I will skip the trigger workflow for now and move on to add comment. So AI agent can also add internal comment to share the context with your other agents. So let's say when the conversation is handed over to a human agent, the context become very important. So when the conversation is handed over, AI agent can leave a comment to summarize the entire conversations or highlighting the key points, something to take care, something to take note. So this way, when the next AI agent take over the conversations, they don't need to read everything from the start, from the beginning until the end. And beyond just chatting, AI agent can also handle incoming call. And here you just need to define how the AI agent should behave, how the AI agent should handle call, along with some other advanced setting. Again, you can define the call context, the role, the communications. Now moving back to the trigger workflow. So what is workflow? Workflow is internal automation inside Respond.io. Give you an idea. You may already have a workflow that log all the booking detail into Google Sheet. So instead of rebuilding everything inside AI agent again, you can just simply trigger the workflow. All you have to do is just define when should the AI agent trigger the workflow and which workflow to be triggered. In order to reference which workflow to be triggered, you just need to click on this button here and select the workflow. Or another shortcut is just to type the exclamation mark and select the workflow. So for example, if the customer confirms their booking, trigger workflow A.
Okay, we're going to the very interesting part. This is going to be very technical.
Yeah, we are at one of the very last part. So this is very advanced and also very technical, but it unlocks a lot of possibilities, which is the HTTP request. What HTTP request can do is that it allows your AI agent to connect to external tools. It can fetch real data. It can also perform real actions. A lot of our users ask about this. Can the AI agent connect to my CRM? Can the AI agent connect to my post system? Can the AI agent connect to my internal system? Now it can, as long as your system has an API. So in simple terms, HTTP requests let your AI agent to talk to another system to get the data or send the data. And again, I like to use example to help me to explain better. So our use case here is to help the contact to schedule an appointment. And in order to schedule an appointment, typically we need two parts. The first one is to get the availability for the contact to select. And the second step is to create the actual booking itself. So so this is how the configuration looks like. First, we define the action name. So this is telling the AI, what is this action for? What is the purpose of this action? And when and how should this action be performed? Example, when the contact asks for available appointment, they ask for scheduling, they want to know when they can book a meeting. So once you have it defined here, this ensures that the AI agent trigger this action at the right time. And moving on next, informations the AI agent may need. So this is actually the part that make AI agent able to execute the API reliably. So usually when we want to make an API call, right, it always requires certain input. And all of the input and most of the input are dynamic. It depends on what the contact say, like what the contact want. So let's say if the contact want to check the order status, we need the order ID. If the contact want to check for the product detail, we need the product name. So without all this, we cannot reliably or accurately get the information the contact want. And also, these are not the thing we already know. They come from the conversations. It changes for every single contact. It depends on what the contact say. So apply to this case to get the availability booking slot. The API needs two input, the start date and the end date. This create the range. So because based on the API spec, it need the date range to check or to return what date you want. So without the date range, the system doesn't know which date to look for, and it cannot return the correct availability. And the date range highly depending on when the contact want to check. Contact A can say, yeah, I want to schedule a meeting tomorrow. I want to schedule it next month. I want to schedule it next week. So it depends on when the contact want. So this is how I define it. For each of the field, I specify the name along with the data format and the descriptions. So the descriptions here is to explain to AI what is this value actually mean? What is this value actually for? So AI know how to extract or ask for it. So once you have defined it here, you can use it later on in the API configuration itself. So here is the last part, the request configurations. But before we begin, I want to explain that everything here is based on the API specifications. And in order to make this easier to understand, let me show you something. What you are seeing here is the API documentation from cow.com, which is also the external tool that we are calling to check for availability. So most of the tool that you use, like your CRM, like your post system, will provide something like this. And everything that we are going to configure in Respond.io is based on what is being written or stated here. We are not creating anything from scratch. We are simply following the API specifications. So for instance, what is the most important thing you have to check? Is the method, the URL, the endpoint, the header, and also what are the required parameters, which stated here. So once you understand what the API want, what the system expect, we can go back to our configurations and see how it maps. First, you define the method. You can select it from here. Second part is the URL. the endpoint provided by the API. Then we have the parameter here. So these are the input that the API expect. For example, the event type ID, the start date, the end date, and also the time zone. I guess you have already noticed something. We have this variable here, $agent, and this is where the previous configuration come from, where you have set it up here. Informations the AI agent may need. Let me explain further. So what happened behind the scenes is, once the API is executed, what happened behind the scenes that during executions, the AI will replace this variable with the actual value it collected from the conversation. For example, if a contact say, I want to check the availability for tomorrow, the AI will understand, then it will convert the tomorrow into the start and also the end date. And the good thing is here is that you can use this agent variable anywhere in the API configurations, like in the parameter, in the URL, in the header. And beside agents, you can also use, I misclicked, sorry. And beside agent, you can also use contact variable like the contact name, contact phone number, or contact email. So if the API needs something like contact email, you can use it directly, simply by typing the $sign and select the variable you want. Next is the header. So header usually contain a few things, like the authorization, your API key, your API versions. Again, these are all taken directly from your API documentations. And once the API is executed, in this example, to check the availability case, the API response will return the list of available slots. So this API response will pass to AI agent, and AI agent will be able to generate the response, the message, based on what returned from the API. And again, in this case, the list of available options. So AI agent will generate a message and present all these available options to the contact to select or to choose. All right, so we have done for this action itself. Moving on, to complete the appointment booking, we will need the second action, which is to create the booking itself. Again, all you have to do is to give a very clear name, and also a very clear description on when and how should this action be performed, like after the contact confirm they want to schedule or book an appointment. Now in this case, the API only requires a specific date and time. So let me explain further. Usually to check the availability, you need a time range. So they will return all the available slot between this time range, within this time range. But in order to create a booking, it requires the exact time slot. So here I define the start date time along with the data type and also the descriptions. So once this part is set up, back to the request configurations. And since this is a post method, you will be able to define the request body. The request body contains all the information needed by the system to create the booking. And again, this structure is not something we create ourselves. It is all come directly from the API specifications. In this example, we are sending the exact time slot that the contact want to book, the event ID, along with the contact details, like the name and also the email. So once the request is executed successfully, the booking will be created in Cow.com automatically. And AI agent will generate a confirmation. AI agent will generate a confirmation message to the contact saying that, yeah, they have scheduled the booking along with the booking details.
All right. Yeah. So these are the two actions that we set up for HTTP requests. But of course, it's not limited to just that, right? Zero. There's a lot of different actions you can do. Every tool out there has their own API documentation. So you just have to follow. And I know this can be a bit difficult. I never done HTTP requests as well, and it's very confusing for me at first. But I actually asked Claude to guide me step by step on how to set things up, and it actually makes sense. And if you do have any questions regarding it and you're still not sure after having AI to help assist you, you can talk to our support as well. Support here can assist you and guide you through how to set up the things you want to do. Okay, I think that's all part of the demo. Here we have some resources that at the end you can use to set up your AI agent and see what kind of stuff you can do with the AI agent. We also have the example of the prompts we use for this particular AI agent you can reference as well. You just have to click on this link later to find it. The slides will be sent to your email after the webinar as well, so don't worry. Okay, I think that's all, Zira, right? We can start the Q&A. But I think before we start the Q&A, we wanted to have a poll to really find out what you guys want to do with AI agent. All right, so I'm just going to start a poll here. Okay, and you guys can tell us what you want to do. And if this is none of the list, you can input it into chat as well, so we can collect some information so that we can think of ideas of how we can improve our AI agent and what else can do. I think Wilson here is very excited to find out about this.
The application.
Yeah, but HTTP request, it can really unlock all the possibility, like whatever action you want, what informations you want, if you know, and the configuration is only a one-time effort. Once you have configured it, it can like run forever. So I guess it's worth the effort to build it. So we can, let's move on to the poll and also the Q&A.
All right, it seems like a lot of people, a lot of us wants to do lead qualification and sales follow-up. But the good thing is our AI agent can also automatically follow up with your customers, right? There was a previous webinar about like setting up follow-ups as well, I think, Tyler. Maybe that's something you can send to them, especially the, I guess, email after this webinar as well. So.
Yeah, actually, we kind of went through this during the demo of showing the setting up the AI agent on follow-up as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised that no one wants billing inquiry or payment.
I guess perhaps payment is done, outside of AI agents.
Or maybe it's too sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe transaction happen physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perhaps. We have 42 votes so far. No other stuff that you guys want to do? If you have any interesting things, just post them in the chat. Okay, 44 votes. And for those who have any further questions they want to ask about the AI agent or anything on Respond.io, please type it into the Q&A section or into the chat so that we can go through them one by one later. Okay. Let's see how many people voted. I think 45 people voted. I think we can stop here for now. If you have anything that you want to do AI agent, let us know in the chat as well. I'm going to stop the poll for now and move on to the Q&A. Okay, let's start with the Q&A. Let's see, what's the first question? Okay, from Khaled, how to connect the AI agent to my own MCP server?
It's something that we are considering, but we are building it for HTTP requests first, then we can prioritize later. It is definitely something that we notice. But can you share more what MCP that you want to connect?
I think it's its own MCP server, if I'm not wrong.
Oh,
so,
interesting.
I'm not sure how does that, but yeah.
Yeah, if you could
Yeah.
like the MCP server, like what does it connect to?
Yeah,
Your site as well, that'd be nice.
it can be
Yeah,
like hotspot or what.
Yeah, Khalid, if you can share more information about it in the chat, that would be great.
But it is something that within our radar, lah, Yusen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be something in our radar.
All right. Okay, next question. What's the best way to prevent AI from assigning conversations to agents too early without hurting conversion rates?
To agents too early without hurting conversion rates. I think how to prevent this, the only way is to prompt it, right? So we have on Respond.io, especially our help center, we have quite a few resources when it comes to prompting AI agent the right way. Okay, and when it comes to assigning, we always advise people to prompt it in a way that there is a trigger. Okay, so for example, if I want to assign to another agent when certain things happen, right? I tell this AI agent that if this criteria is achieved and the other criteria is also achieved, then and only then assign to this other agent. So we just have to be very clear in terms of prompting. The same way when it comes to instructing or teaching your agents as well, right? You have to tell them that only when you have this, that, so on and so forth, then and only then assign or do something else. So it's just having clear instructions, which we have on our best practices to help you achieve that as well. So yeah, it's all about prompting right now.
Yeah. All right. Wilson, maybe you can check your mic. It's a bit muffled. It's a bit hard to understand you 100%.
All right. Let me just.
Oh, okay. I think you just need to be nearer to the mic. It was much better.
Hello. Testing.
All right. Okay. Best way to tag customers using the AI agent.
Best way to tag customers using the AI agent. Again, it goes back to prompting. You can also refer to our best practices on using the specific actions, because we do have update tag action as well, or tag customers action. One advice that I can give is always set your tag correctly. Right, that's one. Second is also using the same prompting method, which is criteria 1, criteria 2, then and only then tag a certain customer or not. Right, so our tagging system is using what we call syntax, which you can use the percentage sign to tag a customer. In this way, it is the best way to do it because it's the most accurate. It can choose that specific tag specifically and accurately for your customers. Right, so it goes back to prompting as well, and it's something that we can share forward in terms of our best practices when we come to after the webinar. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Perhaps Ziwa, you can show share your screen and show it quickly, like how to set up the tags, then and show the prompt again, just for a refresher.
Yeah, let me back to the configuration page. I exited.
No, it's we still got time.
Yeah, and while you're doing so, tagging is definitely one of the most powerful. So it's kind of the same as using our contact fields, right? If you set up the contact fields right, if you prompt it right as well, again, we always have best practices to help you set up AI agents as accurately as possible. And from there, it will update the right contact field or use the right tags as well, as you can see here.
I'm sharing my screen. So this is a very simple instructions. So we are just assigning or adding the tag based on the preferred treatment of the contact. But if you want to know more about how to do it, how to use it, we have the prompt template here. Yeah, it's very simple. It's predefined. So you can just amend based on your business need. You can type interested in product A, add tag. I mean, I don't have a lot of tag set up here. And what you can do in order to make it more refined or clearer, you can always click on the optimize button.
where do they have to set up the tag first before this?
Good questions. So in the workspace setting, you can go to this page, tag. You can create a tag here, like laser.
Laser treatment.
Laser treatment, yeah.
Laser treatment, yeah. Assign the emoji or the color and describe your tag here. What is this tag for? What is the purpose of this tag? Very simple. Just a few simple steps, you will have the tag ready.
So we need to make sure that we created a tag first before we can tell the AI agent how to tag people, basically.
Yep, that's right.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the next question. I've told the bot in the assigning prompt to assign to sales team, and every time it assigns only to the first person on the list and not any of the other people in the list. What can I do? Number 2 question, can the Respond bot currently send attachments in the chat to clients? Number 3, can the bot analyze voice notes and respond? And number 4, the website says new upgraded voice capabilities are basic. What does basic mean? So there's 4 questions here. Let's go through one by one.
Okay, so I've told the bot in assigning prompt to assign to sales team sales team, and every time it assigns only to the first person on the list and not any of the others. I think first of all, I guess you should check whether or not you do have other members inside sales team. I would assume so. But by right, it should be assigning via round robin, which is, the first time it's person A, the second time should be person B. So if this doesn't work, then something might be wrong. If it's okay, you can speak to our support team who will definitely support you from there. But our assignment, when it comes to our the action itself, when AI agent is assigning, you can actually configure 2 types of assignment. First one is round robin, which is person A, the next one person B, the third one person C, so on and so forth. And then another one, which is what we call least open contacts. So do check on your prompt if you have either of these one defined. But by default, it will do it via round robin, right? So maybe it could be via the prompt it was doing least contact open. Basically, what that means is it will always assign to someone who has the least amount of conversations assigned to, right? So do check on that one. If not, you can speak to our sales team. Our support team, sales team there as well. Support team if there's anything wrong with it. For the second one, can Respond.io currently send attachment in the chat to client? So there is a way to do it right now, which is via trigger workflow, right? So you can create a workflow and send however many files that you want via the workflow itself. But first of all, you need to set up that workflow and set up AI agent to trigger that workflow. So that is definitely doable. We understand that it's a workaround, but we're also working on something that AI agent can send files natively within AI agent. However, that is not available yet. So just a note is you can use a trigger workflow to do it. Definitely, it's also something in our best practices or in our help center that you can refer to as well on how to set that up. The third question actually here is being cut off, so I'm not sure where can I refer to it.
Let me just say it. Can the bot analyze voice notes and respond?
So good news, yes, but there's a caveat. The bot can only analyze a voice note when it receives the voice note while it is assigned. Right? So that means that the flow looks like this. When an AI agent is assigned to the conversation, and along the way it's chatting with the customer via text, suddenly the customer sent in a voice note, right? In this case, AI agent will be able to process that voice note. So yes. However, if the voice note is sent 10 messages ago or 5 messages before the AI agent got assigned, then no. Right? So the criteria is it needs to be sent in during the assignment progress.
All right, that answers the question. And I think one last question is, The website says new upgraded voice capabilities are quote unquote basic. What does basic mean? John, I'm not really sure what's the question here. Could you clarify in the chat further? So yeah, before that, just let us know. We'll move on to the next question. Hopefully you can clarify for us. Okay, where it will be possible only assigned to an online user.
Sorry, where it will be possible only assigned to an online user. So I'm glad you asked this question. It's exactly something on our radar. So what we are building right now is we're making sure AI agent has context of who is online, so that this AI agent can assign to whoever is online on your workspace or even on your teams. But like I mentioned, there's a but there is we're still working on this one. So give us probably a few more weeks and stay tuned.
All right.
Yeah, as you can see, we're always iterating and we're always improving this, especially when it comes to AI agent. Obviously, it's it's still relatively new in the tech world, but we're definitely moving fast to make sure that you guys have all these use cases, and we make sure that we always look at them. So definitely stay tuned.
Okay. Next question. Can I know which platform can we integrate this AI agent on? Shopify, Lazada, Shopee, Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp.
Integrations. ZY, would you like to take this?
Can I know which platform can we integrate this AI agent to? If the channel is already connected, maybe you connected it through custom channel, you can always have the AI agent handle the messages coming from this. Did I answer correctly? Like WhatsApp is already natively support Facebook Messenger, yes.
Yes. So we do have some native integrations already, right? Like WhatsApp, all those channels that you can connect to. So definitely all those are supported. But when it comes to Shopify, Lazada, I understand that they have their own chat system, right? So as long as, from what I understand, again, correct me if I'm wrong, ZI, from what I understand, we can also set up custom channels with these platforms as well. So as long as those channels are set up, you can deploy your AI agents theoretically everywhere, right? So that's the power of AI agents, and also within Respond.io itself, because we manage those message and memories and also those conversations within Respond.io. You just need to set up the channel.
All right. Next from Jonathan, can it be strictly RAG or at least refer to the database first for information?
Can it be strictly RAG or at least refer to its database first for information? If I understand correctly, when it comes to database, you mean so as long as you're able to interact with that database using, for example, HTTP requests, right? So definitely that is something possible with AI agent. For our knowledge source, we're definitely using RAG, right? If you're familiar with that term, then that's great. But when it comes to database, the best way right now, especially HTTP requests is out. Hopefully, you have an API to interact with that database for information. So both are definitely possible. It just depends on your setup itself. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question.
Would the support team be able to answer this to help?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. If you guys have any question like this and the support team may not be able to answer right away, they'll just come to ask Wilson and he'll reply again.
You can mention that you contacted via a webinar. Then I will definitely get those questions or that information already. So
yeah.
Wilson, can you be closer to your mic again because it's muffling again?
Oh no, hello.
Yeah. All right, next question. Can the agent give customer specific information to them, as in dates for their appointments? Yeah.
Yes, as long as testing.
Yeah, good.
Yes, as long as, again, I think so what was shown just now, right, is so when it comes to HTTP requests, as long as, again, that action or that HTTP request gets, or what usually I will call it as, list availability, right? AI will be able to get the dates, time slots, so on and so forth. However, it depends on the booking solution that you have. So what we showed just now was cal.com, right? And if I'm not wrong, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this one, ZY, is that it has a list availability type of API.
Yep.
So once this AI agent gets this availability information from this API, then yes, it will be able to see all those responses. AI agent will be able to see all those dates and provide those to the customer. And what the customer only has to do is just read whatever appointment date that suits them and just reply to that AI agent. And that's where your booking can take place.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. How many platforms can the agent handle simultaneously? Also, if a client reaches out through multiple support channels, will the system notify us that the same user and raise the urgent request across different platforms?
How many agent handles simultaneously? Also, so let's look at the two questions, right? How many platforms can the agent handle simultaneously? When you mention platforms, do you mean like if they are reaching out from different channels, or how many like
I
integrated?
think it's referring, like, for example, I'm a customer, I need something urgent. I won't just message one channel like WhatsApp, right? I will message them Instagram, message them Messenger, Telegram, if they have all the channels. So it's just wondering if the AI agent can handle all these channels all at once, and if our responder can identify them as the same user as well afterwards.
Yes. Well, I think ZY, would you be able to take this, because from different channels?
Yeah, first, how many platforms can the agent handle simultaneously? So we don't have any limits.
Yeah.
AI agent can handle every single contact as long as they are assigned, right?
Yeah, but I guess this person is asking something like, if the person reach out on, or if the contact reach out on WhatsApp or Instagram, would it be the same contact?
Won't. It won't.
Yeah,
Before the contact merge, right? So
Yeah. So what happened behind the scenes is that when we are creating the contact, Meta or Instagram, they only provide us the ID without the email or the phone number. And when WhatsApp, the contact coming in from WhatsApp, we have the phone number, yes. But from other channel, Facebook, Instagram, we don't have their phone number or their email. We are unable to identify that it is actually the same contact. So that's why the contact will be a separate contact.
but how does a contact merge work then if
Contact
they
merge works if you have collected the information from the contact, let's say their email, their phone number. So system detected that, yeah, these two contacts, they are having the same email address. We will show like a suggestion for you. Yeah, these two contacts are potentially the same person. Do you want to merge them? If yes, yeah, they will be merged into a single contact. So the conversation history remain like centralized.
Okay. I think the second part of the question is, so this happens, can Respond.io create an alert that tells people, okay, this is a very urgent request?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can assign to human.
yeah, depends how you set it up.
Yeah.
But if it's from two different contact, then you might have two requests. But that's where the power of merging contacts comes in handy, right? And you can merge those messages together, and eventually it will be part of one system. And whenever after merging, again, the caveat here is after merging, then whenever the contact messages in Instagram, WhatsApp, or whatever it is, as long as they're merged, it's always speaking to one contact, right? AI agent is always speaking to one contact. So all the context, all the information is the same for that particular AI agent.
Yeah. So after the contacts are merged, it's just one conversation thread, right? Yeah. So in terms of notifying, can they set up a workflow to notify or ping or whatever?
They can use the internal command, tag someone to notify that, yeah, there's a emergency or urgent request. And also they can just assign to a human, like what we have shown earlier. It's
So
all
we just
based
need
on the
to
prompt and
configure
instruction. Yep.
Yeah, just configure the prompt. Like for example, would the AI agent know when a contact is merged? Maybe that could be a trigger for the AI agent.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't know that it's merged, but the result is the same. Where after merging, AI will know that. Well, it's not that it knows, but it will see the same message thread from the same user. Oh, sorry, from the same contact.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully makes sense. That makes sense.
I hope that answers your question, Jay.
Not sure if this is Jay from iMotorbike or not, but yeah.
Maybe it is. All right. Next question, Amelia. Number one, can I send images or Google link to relevant cases? Example, asking for brightening treatment case, and AI just sends a case example link and image. Yeah, can do that.
Yes. As
Number
long as
two.
you set up the knowledge source properly. So again, there's few ways to do it. If your knowledge source has the particular link, and you prompt AI agent to always include the link, yes. Let's say if you want to use workflow to send the images or links, yes. So definitely it's powerful enough so that it fits your use case.
So the AI agent will be able to send images, or it requires the help of the workflow to trigger it?
It will for example, here is asking is saying or image or link, right? So if it's the link, yes, it definitely can do that. But if it's natively sending over the image that you want the user to download via like within WhatsApp, then that one you need to use WhatsApp. That one you need to use workflows.
Yeah, you need to trigger a workflow via the AI agent.
Correct.
And second part of the question, Salesforce link. Will the AI agent be able to help with booking in Salesforce?
I think I've heard of this also. As long as there's API, yes.
Yep. Everything is possible if there's API.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, Salesforce is flexible enough that you can create APIs for specific contexts within Salesforce, and actually send that information in from the AI agent as well. So, yeah.
All right. Next question, Sharadam. When we publish AI agent, the current workflows will be stopped? No.
Nope. It will just take in the new instructions after publishing. It won't stop anything. So it's not like workflows. I think workflows. If you edit it, you need to stop it. But this one, no.
So basically, we need to make sure that the workflows don't clash with the AI agent if they're doing the same stuff. Okay. Next question from unknown name admin. If we change promotions every month, we need to throw in all the inputs. Will there be lag time?
If I understand correctly, if the promotions, where does AI agent get all these promotions info? If it's via knowledge source, right? And these knowledge source are you upload them via a link or a web page or anything like that. The idea is it needs to be online, right? And if it's online, you can actually sync this knowledge source on a daily basis, or up to a weekly basis, or up to a monthly basis, if I'm not wrong. So it has that periodic update. So I would say the minimum lag time is probably a day, right? But it depends where you have these promotions, right? If it's via knowledge source and it's and you ingest these knowledge source online, like a link or an online web page, then the minimum is probably one day or whatnot. So it just depends. Yeah.
Just prepare a day in advance at the least if you want to change your promotion, so that the AI agent has time to get that information to share with people afterwards.